a lot on there's a concept in yoga called swadhyaya, which translates to self-study or self-awareness, introspection, just in every opportunity we have on and off the mat is an opportunity to learn something new. And I've been taking this into everything that's going on and everything we were just talking about in terms of perspective, right? So I like to think of in terms of the yoga practice, right? We'll bounce back and forth. In terms of the yoga practice, it's like a snow globe. And if you take a pose and you shake it up and you put it on its side and do different things with it, add gravity, take away gravity, how does that pose change? How does it differ? So when we add in perspective and in a room full of, the 6, 7 of us, how many perspectives in that room, and no one is wrong or right, but if we can all kind of open up to that snow globe effect, to that turning things on their side, looking at it from a new perspective, what things can we learn about our surroundings and what can we learn about ourselves? So in terms of physical practice, the yoga practice, what can we learn about our bodies when we look at things from a different perspective? So I want to play to that today and kind of keep that in mind. Just I think that however trite it sounds, that love is the only answer. It really is. It's love is deeper than that. It's being able to be open to everyone's perspective and to be accepting with it with kindness and openness, and unfortunately it takes more than just the majority to be that way. It takes a lot more. So we're gonna play to that today. First, let's just take our feet out just in front of you. And we're gonna play with the ankle and ankle joint relationship here. So if you see my feet, flex your toes back towards your face. So you're in flexion of your foot, your toes are flexed. And then point your toes. Okay, so this is all movement, like your feet and toes are getting involved, but this is all ankle movements, okay? So we got flex and point, do that a few times, flex and point. All right, and then in addition to that, we have inversion, where we point the bottoms of the feet face one another. The ankles are inverted. And then we have eversion, where if you turn your ankles away from one another, your feet, the bottoms of your feet are facing away. Press your big toe down to assist in that muscle of eversion. All right, so let's play that again. Invert the ankles, soles of the feet to come together. Evert, soles of the feet turn away. Again, inversion, eversion. Good. And then just wiggle out the ankles because stuff can get in there. All right, and then we're going to come to lie on our back. It's a little bit easier to show you those things as we're not balancing on one hand. All right, everyone can come to lie on your back in a strong, almost Tadasana shape. So legs are together, ankles are flexed, so your toes are pulling back towards your shins, kneecaps are hugging up, so you're in very strong pose here. Belly button hugging in and up, arms by your side. And take a deep breath in, and the exhale, soften that and just allow your body to soften, melt down into the mat for a few breaths, just to settle into the practice. Maybe set an intention, maybe use this space to bring some mindful awareness into your thoughts. Whatever you can learn about yourself in this moment. And we keep coming back to that. And on your next inhale, slide your right foot up into tree pose. Just see where it lands naturally. You don't need to use your hand to move it, right? We're in tree pose, laying on our back. Right foot is pressing the inside of your left thigh. Notice where gravity isn't pressing you down, where your foot lands. Interlace your hands behind your head and curl your head and neck up off the ground. And elbows are wide. Begin to lift this shape off the ground. So you're in a tree pose with your left foot facing the ceiling. Continue to hug your chin to your chest. Open up the elbows wide, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower this tree shape to a hover. Inhale, lift up. Hug the belly button in and down. Exhale, lower to a hover. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower to a hover. One more, inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Hug your right knee into your chest. Both sets of toes are flexed. Exhale, slide your right knee over towards the left, coming into a twist. Use the left hand on your outer right thigh as leverage down into the twist. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Step both feet to the mat, about the width of the mat, and knock your knees from side to side. And then again, straighten out your legs down into this Tadasana, strong legs. Legs are together. Flex your toes back towards your face. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slide your left foot up into tree pose. See where it lands. See how this differs from the other side. What can we learn on this side? Our gravity's not against you here. Interlace your hands behind your head. Elbows are wide, chin to chest. Lift your head and neck up off the ground and lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. So you've got tree pose, lying down. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the shape to a hover. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower to a hover. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lower to a hover. Last one, inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Straighten out both legs. Hug your left knee into your chest. Flex both sets of toes. Big breath in. And on the exhale, guide your left knee over towards the right into a supine twist. You can use the right hand on the back of your left thigh to leverage deeper into the twist. And big breath into your left side body, create space. And the exhale, slowly unwind, step both feet to the mat, knock your knees from side to side, windshield wiper the knees, getting a little space in the low back. And then hug your knees into your chest and begin to rock up and down the spine. And we'll meet in all fours. Oh, that feels good. Coming into all fours, you can pad your knees if you like. And tuck the toes, grip the ground with your hands. Your fingernails are clawing into the mat. Your knuckles are lifting, white knuckling. Your thumb and your pointer finger, squeeze them together isometrically onto the mat so that most of the weight comes into your fingers and the finger beds. We don't want to dip into our wrists. Your wrists might lift up from all that finger activation. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Good. Exhale to round, push the mat away from you. Good. Inhale, arch and look up. Good. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Good. Inhale, come forward, all fours, arch, look up. Exhale, round through the back, press back, child's. Again, inhale, ripple through the spine, forward to all fours, arch the back, look up. Exhale, rounding through the spine, press back, child's. Take a deep breath in child. On the exhale, walk your fingers over towards the right, getting a side body stretch in the left rib cage. Press your left hand down into the ground to guide your left hip down towards your left heel. Take a deep breath in. Notice the expansion in your left side of your rib cage. On the exhale, walk your fingers back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands over towards the left. Press your right hand now into the ground. Push the ground away from you. Send your right hip down towards your right heel. Get expansion in your right rib cage. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, walk your hands back to center. Come up through all fours to tuck your toes and then come to sit back onto your heels. So hips to heels, make sure all 10 toes are tucked. You know me, I love this pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Good. Exhale, right hand alongside of your right hip, side bend over to the right. Get into that left rib cage. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, back through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the left. Awesome. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, plant your hands, press back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. If you have Ujjayi in your practice, maybe bring a little bit more awareness into the breath. Some Swadhyaya, self-study, bringing awareness into your perspective on each pose. And on the next inhale, ripple through the spine forward to plank. Good. Exhale through bent knees, press back down dog. And inhale, rippling through the spine forward to plank. Exhale, bend your knees, downward dog. One more, inhale, ripple forward. Good. Exhale, knees down, arch the back, look up. Good. Big breath in. Exhale to round. And inhale, coming to a neutral spine. Send your right knee out to the right. So you're in this fire hydrant dog pose. I still haven't figured out a good name for it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step your right foot back behind you on a diagonal towards the left. Tucking your right toes, send your heel back as much as possible, getting into good flexion in your back foot. Almost like you're set up for a pigeon pose here. And now adding with breath, inhale, right knee back out to the right. Exhale, step it back, lean back. Inhale, out to the right. Good. Exhale, step it back, lean back. Last one, inhale, out to the right. Exhale, step it back, lean back. Good. Inhale, come back to all fours. Kickstand your right foot out to the right. Send your left foot to the back of the mat. Reach your left arm up and over your ear, modified side plank. Press your right hand down into the mat. Push the mat away from you. Now your back foot, your left foot, press your pinky toe edge side of your foot away from you down into the mat. So your foot is coming into inversion. Big breath in, expand in the left side body. Good. Exhale, unwind it back to all fours. Tuck your toes, inhale, arch and look up. Good. Exhale, untuck and round. Inhale, come back to all fours, neutral spine. Send your left knee out to the left. Big breath in. Exhale, step your left foot back behind you on a diagonal towards the right. Lean into those left toes. Send your heel down towards the mat. And feel that sensation in your right hip. And on the next inhale, left knee out to the left. Exhale, send it back, lean back. And inhale, left knee out to the left. Exhale, send it back. Last one, inhale, left knee out. Exhale, send it back. Good. Inhale, come back to all fours. Kickstand your left foot out to the left. Send your right foot to the back of the mat. Reach your right arm up and over your ear. Good. Big breath in. Send your right foot, your bottom foot, down away from you. So roll that pinky toe edge side down towards the mat, bringing your ankle into inversion. Big breath in, reach your right fingertips a little bit more. Good. Exhale, unwind it, coming back to all fours. Tuck your toes, inhale, arch and look up. Good. Exhale to round. Inhale, arch and look up. Tuck your toes, grip the ground. So come back to that fingers gripping into the ground. Hug your thumb into your pointer finger. Begin to press your hands into the mat. Push the mat away from you and press back, downward facing dog. And bend one knee at a time. Get really deep in those knee bends, getting into the rib cage, all the way up into the rib cage. Awesome. And in your next inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Press your right big toe down into the mat. So you might not be able to see this, but you're activating the muscles of eversion. So if you were allowed to allow your right knee to buckle in, you would see the whole right side of your foot lift up, but we're resisting that. So press your right heel down, press your right big toe down. Straighten through the back knee, send the back heel to the back of the mat. Get light in your fingers, reach your arms back. Big breath in. Good. Exhale to plant your hands, step your right foot back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together onto your back. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Lift your head and chest up for baby cobra. Big breath in. Exhale to lower. Two more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale to soften back down. Press your hands into the mat. Press up through all fours. Tuck your toes. Arch your back. Grip the ground. Begin to push the mat away from you and straighten your knees back to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Your left big toe, press it down into the mat. Your left heel, press it down. So resist that urge to buckle the knee in towards the right. Get strong in the legs. Inhale, bend, straighten the back leg. Send the back heel to the back of the mat and reach your arms back. And find that stability. Big breath in. Good. Exhale to plant your hands. Step your left foot back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Good. Squeeze your shoulder blades together onto your back. Good. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Lift your head and chest up off the ground. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift your head and chest up. Lift your hands up. Exhale, soften. This time, lift your head and chest up, your hands up, your feet up. I can't do it, but you got this. Exhale, soften, and press back through all fours. Tuck your toes, arch your back, grip the ground, begin to push your hands away from you and lift your knees up into downward dog. Good. Come back to your breath here. What perspective, what has changed? What thoughts arise and what can we learn? On your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, take a slow walk to the front of the mat and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Movement with breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Side bend over to the right. And inhale, back through center. Exhale, right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down to frame the feet. Step your left foot to the back of the mat in low lunge. Good. The left fingertips planted onto the left. Take your right hand, sweep your right hand in front of you around towards the left, getting into the right side body. So you're adding a side back bend. Good. And we're going to add with breath through two more. Exhale, tap your right hand down. Inhale to sweep around towards the left. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale to sweep. Exhale to tap it down. Micro bend in the back knee. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to bow. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up, grab a hold of your left wrist. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right wrist, side bend over to the left. And inhale, back through center, reach up, look up. Exhale, soft knees, bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Good. Right fingertips down. Take your left hand, sweep it in front of you over towards the right, getting into the left side body. Inhale. Exhale, tap the left fingertips down. Inhale to sweep around. Like a wave. Exhale, tap it back. Inhale to reach, sweep it around. Good. Exhale, tap it back. Micro bend in the back knee, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up, grab hold of your left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, up through center. Exhale to bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, fingers in line with your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step, or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. And grip the ground with your hands, clawing your hands into the ground. And come back to the breath. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Pivot your back heel down. So widen out your feet a little bit more. Think railroad tracks versus heels in line with one another. And rise up for warrior one. And so that back heel is on an angle so that you can press your left pinky toe down away from you into the mat, bringing your ankle into inversion. And you can take your hands on your hips to square your hips towards the front of the mat. Pull your right hip back, bend into that front knee, reach your arms up. Warrior one. Keep pressing that back pinky toe down into the mat. Now front big toe, press it down into the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, plant your hands down, flip the back toes up, hug your right knee into your chest, inhale. Exhale, send your right leg back, three-legged plank. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Big breath in, grip the ground, back to your breath. What can we learn here? All right, inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb, widen out the feet, plant your back heel down, setting up for warrior one legs, and rise up and grab a hold of your waist to square your hips off towards the front of the mat. Bend into the front knees. You're pulling that left hip back and the right hip forward. It's now your right pinky toe, your back foot wraps down away from you. Push it down into the mat. Your left big toe, press it down into the mat. Keep that activation, reach your arms up. Good, big breath in, looking awesome. Exhale, plant your hands down, flip the back toes up, hug your left knee into your chest, inhale. Exhale, send your left leg back, three-legged plank. Big breath here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. Good. Take 3 breaths. Notice if anything's shifted. Come back to that self-study, that awareness within each pose. And down dog, in that stillness of down dog isn't where yoga stops, it's where it begins. On your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, exhale out all the breath, step, or hop to the front of the mat. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Move with breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Grab a hold of left wrist. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Grab a hold of the right wrist. Exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, back up through center. Reach up, look up. Exhale, soft knees, bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift your heels up so you're on all 10 toes. Hug your ankles isometrically towards one another as you sit your hips back. Strong in those ankles, belly button in and up, chest is up, big breath in. What can we learn here? Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, fingers in line with your toes, bend your knees as you look forward, step, or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Right big toe presses down into the mat. Head gets strong in the legs, reach your arms back behind you. On the next inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Good. Hug your hips together. Send the back heel towards the back of the mat, straighten through the back leg. Big breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Good. Maintain the front big toe pressing down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, reverse. Slide your back hand down the back inner thigh. Big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Grip the ground, hug your right knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, send your right leg back, three-legged plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. Right. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Get strong in the legs. Left big toe presses down into the mat. And send your back heel back down. So you're straightening that back leg any amount. Sweep your hands back behind you. On the next inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Hug your hips together. Keep pressing the front big toe down into the mat. Back heel is send it down to the mat. Inhale. And exhale, open arm twist to the left. And maintain that stability in your legs. Big breath in. Exhale to reverse. Slide your back hand down the inner thigh. Inhale to reach. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame the front foot. Claw the ground, hug your left knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, send it back, three-legged plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. Take 3 breaths. Come back to your breath. Come back to your Swadhyaya, your self-study, your perspective. In each pose and each moment, that perspective can shift. And what can we learn from it? On your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath. Step, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, lift your heels. Hug your ankles together, sit your hips back. Good. Lift your chest up. Big breath in. Exhale to stand, arms by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, grab a hold of the left wrist, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Grab a hold of the right wrist. Exhale, side to bend to the left. Inhale, back up through center, reach up, look up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. And lift your heels up, hug your ankles together. Sit your hips back. Hug the belly button in and up. Maybe press your toes down into the mat. Push them away from one another as your ankles are hugging in. What can we learn here? Big breath. Exhale to bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, fingers in line with your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step, step, or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. And grip the ground. Squeeze your thumb to your pointer finger. Micro bend in the knees, arch in the low back. Press the mat away from you so your shoulders slide up towards your ears. On your next inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot inside your right thumb. Good. Get strong in your legs. Press your right big toe down into the mat. Send your back heel down towards the mat. Maintain that stability as you hug your legs together. Sweep your arms back, leaning over your front leg. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it up, high lunge. A big breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale here. Keep pressing the front big toe down into the mat. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, plant your left hand down to the top of the mat towards the left. Pivot both sets of toes towards the right for a modified side plank. Reach your right arm up over your head. Hug your left hip up. So you're pressing into the right foot to lift your left hip up. Big breath in. Exhale to lower halfway. Reach your right arm back. Inhale to reach up and over. Exhale, lower halfway to a dip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, reach up and over to frame the front foot. Plant your hands. Hug your right knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, send your right leg back. Three-legged plank. Deep breath here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Come back to the breath. Notice the different sides. Notice that perspective. Inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot inside your left thumb. Left big toe, press down into the mat. Send your back heel down. Get strong in the legs. Reach your arms back behind you. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Squeeze the hips in. Inhale. Exhale to reverse. Good. Big breath. Exhale, cartwheel your right hand down to the mat, over towards the right. Pivot both sets of toes towards the left. Reach your left arm up and over your ear. Modified side plank. Hug your right hip up to make this arc in the side body. Inhale. Exhale to lower halfway. Reach your left arm back to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach up, lift up. Exhale, lower halfway. Keep that back foot flexed. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale, reach up and over and around. Pivot the toes to the front. Plant your hands. Hug your left knee into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, three-legged plank. Big breath here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. And take 3 breaths here. Come back to your breath. Notice where you're at now. Good. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale out all the breath as you step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's move with breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right wrist side bend to the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. And press your heels now down into the mat. Push them outward. Hug the belly button in and up. Big breath in. As you exhale, lift your heels up off the ground. Sit your hips a little lower. Hug your ankles together. And all these micro adjustments, micro movements. Gain perspective into the body. Big breath. Good. Exhale to stand. Arms by your side, Tadasana. And now bring your weight into your left leg. Hug your left hip into the midline. So almost like you're making sassy hip with the right leg. You can bring your hands to your hips. And then inhale, slide your right foot up into tree pose. Right, see where it lands in your active range, and then maybe add with the hand on or above or below the knee, just not on the knee. Good. And reach your arms up. In tree pose, keep hugging your left hip in. Squeeze the inner left thigh into the right foot and resist with the right foot. Find that connection as you stare off somewhere in the distance that you can focus to. Noticing how this might differ than that first tree we did lying down. What different perspective you can get when gravity's against you, when something's against you. And one more breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Lower your right foot down to the mat. Bring your left knee up into your chest. Bend your right leg as you tilt forward. Keep a flex in the left set of toes as you kick your left foot back to warrior 3. Reach your arms back. Keep those toes flexed. Inhale. As you exhale, bend into the standing leg. Lower your back foot down. Sweep your arms up. High lunge. Good. Big breath. Exhale, open up warrior 2. The front big toe, press it down into the mat, activating eversion, and your back foot, press the pinky toe away from you, activating inversion. Maintain the strength and that activation of your feet, and then hug your inner thighs together. Gaze over your front middle finger, inhale. Exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior, bend into the front knee. Big breath here. Exhale, side angle. You can bring your right forearm to your right thigh, a block inside of your foot, or fingertips down. Find the connection between your right knee and your right arm. Reach your left arm up. Sweep it over your ear. Side angle pose. Keep pressing your right big toe down into the mat. Big breath in. Good. As you exhale, begin to straighten into your front leg. Pivot your back heel slightly back, coming into triangle pose. Maybe rotate your chest up towards the ceiling more. Hug your kneecaps up into your quadriceps. Keep pressing that front big toe down. Your back pinky toe side of your foot wrapping down into the mat. Maintain that stability. Awesome. Inhale. Good. Exhale to re-bend into your front knee. Plant your left hand off the mat towards the left. Come into left side plank. So you come through that modified side plank, pivoting the toes, and stack your feet on top of one another. Or you can stay here in a modified side plank, press your left hand down into the mat, push away from you, hug your left hip in and up, keep your toes flexed. Big breath in. Good. Exhale. Inhale, bring your right knee up into your chest. As you exhale, step your right foot towards the front of the mat, back into low lunge. Good. Big breath in. Get strong in your legs. Press your front big toe down into the mat. Sweep your arms back behind you. Micro bend in the back knee as you look forward. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward into chair pose. Sweep your arms up. Heels lift up. Lower your hips down. Hug your ankles together. Inhale. Good. Exhale to stand. Arms by your side. Tadasana. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise. Good. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring your weight into your right leg this time. Hug your right hip in. The sassy hip up that left side. Good. And then slide your left foot up the inner line of your right leg into tree pose. See where it lands. How is it different from the other side? What can we learn here? Maybe reach your arms up. Find somewhere off in the distance to focus your attention. When we have focus, we oftentimes find more clarity. I'd hug the belly button in and up and keep that connection of your inner right thigh to your foot. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer. Lower your left foot down next to your right. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Flex your right toes. Bend your standing leg. Tilt forward and maintain that flex of the foot. Kick your foot back. For warrior three, reach your arms back. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, bend into the standing leg. Lower your right foot to the back of the mat. Sweep your arms up. High lunge. Inhale to reach. Exhale, open up warrior two. Head front big toe, press it down into the mat. Activate E version. Back pinky toe side of your foot, wrap it away from you, activating inversion of your ankle. Maintain the strength of your feet and hug your inner thighs together. I know that's a lot. Reach your arms out wide. Gaze over your front middle finger, inhale. Exhale, flip your front palm, reverse warrior. Bend to the front knee, big breath in. Exhale, side angle. Bring your hand inside of your left foot or forearm on your left thigh. Reach your right arm up over your ear. Find the connection with your left knee and left outer arm, pressing in towards one another. Maintain the strength of your feet. Big breath in. As you exhale, begin to straighten into the front leg. Pivot your back heel slightly back towards the back of the mat. And maybe walk your fingers back a little bit. Rotate your chest up a little bit more, spiraling up towards the ceiling. Hug your kneecaps in and up. Triangle. One more breath here. Exhale, rebend into the front leg. Plant your right hand off the mat towards the right. Pivot both sets of toes towards the left, coming into right side plank. You can stay here in modified or come into side plank. Feet are flexed, stacked. Press your right hand down into the mat. Push the mat away from you. Hug your right hip up. Reach your left arm up and over your ear. Good. Continue to breathe. Bringing new awareness. When we're turned on our side, inhale, reach your left knee up into your chest. Exhale, step your left foot towards the front of the mat. Coming back into low lunge, sweep your arms back behind you. Find strength in your legs, micro bend in the back knee as you look forward. Inhale, exhale, step it forward to chair. Sweep your arms up, lift your heels, sit back, hug your ankles together, hug your belly button in and up. Inhale. Good. Exhale to stand, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, hands through heart and down by your side. And again, bring your weight into your left leg. Hug your left hip in. Slide your right foot up the inner line of your left leg, coming back into tree pose. Has anything changed now? What can you learn between the other sides? And maybe use your hand to lift it up. Reach your arms up. Lower the back of your right hand onto your right thigh. Side bend over to the right. Finding new perspective in the shape. When balance and gravity is against us. Finding balance when anything is against us. And Your next inhale, come back up through center, bring your hands to prayer, lower your right foot next to your left, bring your left knee up into your chest, bend your standing leg, tilt forward, kick your left leg back, warrior three, reach your arms back. And catch it, inhale, exhale, bend into the standing leg, lower your left leg back, sweep your arms up, high lunge, inhale, exhale, open up warrior two, front big toe, press it down, back pinky toe, wrap it away from you, inner thighs hug together, inhale, exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior, bend into the front knee, big breath in, exhale, the side angle, right fingertips inside your right foot, reach your left arm up over your ear, and find that connection between your right knee and your right outer arm. Big breath. As you exhale, straighten into the front leg, coming into tree pose, maybe lift your right arm parallel to your left. Keep that right big toe pressing down into the mat. Hug your kneecaps up. Catch it, inhale. As you exhale, rebend into your right knee. Plant your left hand down to the mat. And pivot both sets of toes towards the right. You can stay here again in modified side plank, or maybe bring your right foot into tree pose, or stay in plank, side plank, modified, you know your options. And that's part of your perspective. And your bottom foot, big toe, is pressing down into the mat, pushing the big toe into the mat. Your ankle is an E version. Keep hugging your left hip in and up. Inhale, awesome. Exhale, step your right foot towards the front of the mat in low lunge. Walk your hands down the left long edge of the mat, coming into Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide leg forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can grab a hold of your ankles to release your head and neck down. If you have tripod headstand, I invite you to go for a Baddha Konasana, so the soles of your feet touching. So you'd be in a double tree almost, but upside down. If not, you can keep holding on to outer ankles, releasing the head and neck down, or go for the inversion. When life flips over onto its head, you flip over with it, right? Big breath in. When you're ready, slowly come out the way you came in. Awesome, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and walk your hands back to frame the front foot. And micro bend the standing leg, sweep your arms back. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward, chair pose, sweep your arms up. Press your heels down into the mat, push them outward, inhale. Exhale to stand, arms by your side, Tadasana. And second side, bring your weight into your right foot. Slide your left leg up, tree pose. Where does it land this time? And what can we learn? We've been upside down, we've been sideways in this snow globe where everything's been shaken up. Lower your left, back of your left hand onto your left thigh, side bend over to the left. What can we learn? And continue to breathe, finding stability when your balance has been shifted. One more breath. And come back up to center. Bring your hands to heart center. Lower your left foot down. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Flex your right toes. Tilt forward. Bend in the standing leg. Kick your right leg back. Warrior three. Reach your arms back. Catch it. Inhale. Awesome. Exhale. Bend the standing leg. Lower your back foot down. Sweep your arms up. High lunge. Big breath. Exhale, open up warrior two, front big toe, press it down into the mat, back pinky toe, wrap it away from you. Maintain the activation of your feet. Now hug the inner thighs together. Big breath in. Exhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior, bend into the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, side angle, left hand inside of left foot. Find the connection with the left knee and left outer arm. Keep pressing the left big toe down into the mat. And one more breath. As you exhale, begin to straighten into the front leg, pivot your back, heel back, coming into triangle pose. And maybe reach your left arm parallel with your right. And keep pressing that left big toe down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale to bend into the front leg. Plant your right hand off the mat towards the right. Pivot both sets of toes towards the left. And you can stay here in modified side plank. You can come to side plank, or you can bring that left foot into tree. Press your right big toe away from you down into the mat. Your right ankle is coming into E version. It's turning outward. Good. Keep pressing your right hand down into the mat, away from you, hugging your right hip up. Any new perspective into this pose. Gravity's shifted. Inhale. Good. Exhale to slowly step your left foot towards the front of the mat. Walk your hands down the right long edge of the mat. Coming back into wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway. Good. Exhale, bow. And grab a hold of your ankles to release your head and neck down. And come back into tripod. Try out bringing soles of the feet together to touch. Shifting this pose to new perspective. Our balance is in question. Take your time and come out when you're ready. Looking awesome. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk your hands back to frame your front foot. Flip the back toes up. Reach your arms back. Look forward, micro bend in the back knee. Good. Inhale. Exhale, so step it forward to chair. Sweep your arms up. Press your heels down into the mat. Push them outward. Belly is lifted. Heart is lifted. Lift your heels up. Sit a little deeper. Inhale. Good. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, fingers in line with your toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Step, step, or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, ripple forward to plank through the spine. Exhale, through bent knees, down dog. Inhale, rippling forward. Exhale, bent knees, down dog. Been here before. Is it any different? Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, through bent knees, down dog. This time, inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Come up onto forearms. Lift one foot at a time. Just walking out, creating space in your hip, elongating each foot. Bring your right forearm towards the midline. And reach your left arm out and up. Exhale, weave your left hand underneath your right arm. Lower your left shoulder down towards the mat. Reach your right arm up. Slide your right leg into tree pose. Can you open up a little more? You can use a block to rest your head. What can we learn here? What has shifted as we slow things down? One more breath. Exhale to slowly unwind it. Slide your right leg back to center. Come back through a sphinx. Press your hands down into the mat. Pull your heart forward. Grip the ground. Drag your hands back towards your belly. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat till your kneecaps lift up. Inhale. Exhale, push the mat away from you so you're rounding into a cat spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. And inhale, pull forward to sphinx, arch the back. Exhale to push away around the upper back. Inhale, pull forward. Good. Exhale to round. Inhale, coming forward, bring your left hand towards the midline. Reach your right arm out and up. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your right arm underneath your left. Lower your right shoulder down towards the mat. Slide your left knee up into tree. Open your left arm out to the left. Maybe shift your right shoulder out from underneath you. Create a little bit more space in the twist. Maybe prop your head up with a block. What can we learn here? Take 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, slowly begin to unwind it. Slide your left leg back, coming back into Sphinx. Press your hands down into the mat. Pull your hands down towards your belly button. Pull your chest through. Inhale. Exhale to round. Chin to chest. Inhale, arch. Look up. Exhale to round. Inhale, arch. Look up. Exhale, lower your forehead down to slide your hands alongside your low ribs. Press up, coming through all fours, and press back into a child's pose. Big toes touching, knees wide. Lower your chest down to the mat. Maybe take a rock from side to side into your hips. Walk your hands towards you. Roll over your feet to send your feet out in front of you. Use your hands to sweep your butt out of the way so you find your sit bones. Grab a hold of a block if you have one. If not, no big deal. You bring the block just between your shins and flex your toes back towards your face, and then point them away from you. Flex them back towards your face. Keep them there. Sit up tall. Hug your belly button in and up. Hands alongside your hips. As you exhale, hug your shins together into the block if you have one. And then slowly walk your hands, keeping a flat back. I can't go very far. I have a kickstand now. Maybe use 2 blocks and lower your forehead down. And keep hugging the block in, or keep hugging your legs towards one another. Keep the flex of your toes. If you can reach your toes, you can weave your fingers in between each toe. Give them a wiggle. Toes don't get much love. And take one more breath. And slowly rippling through. Head is the last to lift, to rise up. Scoot your butt forward a little bit. Plant your feet down onto the mat and grab a hold of a block. Reach it out in front of you. Focusing on your tailbone. Lower 1 vertebra at a time down to the mat again. I can't do that. So lower 1 vertebra at a time, focusing on hugging your belly button in and down. Lower down. Put the block alongside of you. Rest your hands alongside your hips. Press your heels down into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, reach your arms up and over your head. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab a hold of the pinky edge side of your foot for happy baby. Taking your 3 middle fingers just underneath the ball mound of your foot. Apply slight pressure as you kick your feet into your hands and resist with your hands pulling down. Send your tailbone down to the mat. Maybe rock side to side. Straightening 1 leg at a time. And this is an opportunity for Swadhyaya, this self-study of what feels good in your own body. Whatever is offered to you is just that, an offering. but to find your own perspective and way is yoga. And slowly begin to lower one foot at a time, taking up space off the mat. Take a few ankle rolls in both directions. And release your feet from side to side. Rest the backs of your hands on the ground. And allow your fingers to curl up naturally. Release any clenching, tension in the jaw. So bring your gaze, self-awareness into the space between your brows. Settling into Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Bringing awareness back into your physical body. To your thoughts. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Step one foot to the mat at a time. Knocking your knees from side to side. Roll off to your right side. Taking a moment before lifting up into a comfortable seat. Find your sit bones. Sit up tall. Lift the crown of your head as you maintain a slight arch in the lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and slide them down the back. Create space in your neck. Taking a moment to observe your physical body, to scan what's shifted, to learn something new. Bring your hands together to prayer at heart center, bowing inward slightly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. One more, inhale. Exhale, out the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for finding new perspective and focusing on your swadhyaya, your self-awareness, coming to the perspective that we can all find something that works. I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Hope you have a great weekend.